through these turbulent times. The times call for taking full responsibility, as we always have, and ensuring that we put people and country first. In this way, we can confront our challenges, and together we will emerge stronger.
Lord, oh Lord, I cry. Please hear my prayer, and I'll tell you why. Try and help my nation. My request is to conquer all racism. Lord, it means so much to me. We need 5 more years for the PP. Free our hearts and our minds from these mental chains of this Kid Rowley. PNM was about money, power and greed, and they never helped to feed the ones who in need of a helping hand. But Kamala have a plan and a vision. These are the days when we can chance tomorrow. Kamala is the way. These are the days when we must come together. People's partnership is the way. 'Cause these are the days. These are the days. These are the days. Let us pray. Father, won't you help us now?
Today, the economy is strong and in good shape. Continued careful management of our priorities by placing people and country first will keep us on a path to growth and progress. I remain steadfast in always listening to the collective wisdom of the people and will continue working to secure your lives and your well-being and to building a better future.
Lord, I'm not asking for much, but the hearts of my people I beg you touch. Lord, before it's too late, Kid Rowley should never see the front of your gate. PNM irresponsible, let them know that their actions are despicable. Let them know that Kamala wears a crown, and with Kamala beside is where we belong. PNM destroyed this land, and it's taken a toll, forcing history to be unfold. Over 40 years have passed, and still no action. The bottomless pit is where they belong. These are the days when we can chance tomorrow. Kamala is the way. These are the days when we must come together. People's partnership is the way. 'Cause these are the days. These are the days. These are the days. Let us pray. Father, won't you help us
History
now?
will record this period as one of our finest hours when we stood strong, made the right choices, exercised the right amount of restraint, held the right course, and indeed saw the right results. We have the capacity, we have the will, we have the passion to secure our future. We will emerge stronger. May God continue to bless you all, and may God continue to bless you.
Lord, the signs were there. Mass corruption was everywhere, and PNM, yes, is his name. And colder heart left us in pain. Now the only way out is the people's partnership without a doubt. PNM, they don't have a plan, so they can't govern this blessed nation. September 7th, just be aware the rising sun will be in the air. The trumpet and song, here comes yellow sun. There'll be a new dawn in this land. These are the days when we can chance tomorrow. Kamala is the way. These are the days when we must come together. People's partnership is the way. 'Cause these are the days. These are the days.
It is about 24 minutes after the hour of 12 o'clock. Well, today we have lots of issues to discuss. An issue that I'll be discussing today is this wannabe President of the Senate, Michael J. Williams. Yeah, well, like he have a banker for the Senate because since he was President of the Senate under the NER days, and as he feel that he has an authority as to what the public is thinking and making frivolous, vexatious statements in the media via a letter to the editor. I come in for you, Michael J. Williams. I come in for you today. Also, there is this rumor, propaganda, PNM propaganda, and I say PNM propaganda, where they fabricated a check. I mean, there's these some foolish people, and I'm sure it's an illiterate that trying to tarnish the image of Dr. Tim Gopi Singh. I'll come into that just now. But I want to utilize this hour here for heavy duty because, you know, I've known him for a long while and I think that he's not given a fair deal in the Laventille East Mover and especially on national radio. So I come into the other issues because I came with some documents. Barry just passed me all my documents I have on Dr. Rowley.
God, boy.
Yeah. I know you might get political hernia. Just lifting all them documents. You understand?
God, boy.
Yeah.
Before you even tell me good evening and Ralph back your documents. Oh, God, Trinidad Gladiator. Wicked.
Yeah. Good afternoon to you, Barry.
Good afternoon.
Let me say good afternoon to Fitzdavid Samuel, better known as Heavy Duty. Am I correct with the name?
Yes, you're correct, Gladiator.
Well, let me head straight into you with your no, Barry, you would know Heavy Duty.
An distinguished gentleman.
Heavy Duty have been calling on national radio, especially all in the days when I was on Power 102.
Yeah.
And I distinctly remember him all going way back on Power 102. And his concern was always about the people in the community, especially in the area where he lived. And he was not concerned about which parties in office or what have you. He felt that there was a lack of representative for the area. And you from Mover Laventille East.
Yes.
Now, Heavy, give the listening public a concise idea or bio as to who is Heavy Duty.
Well, I is the second of 3 children from my mother and the second last of 13 children from my father. I was the only one that went to secondary school from my mother. So my bigger brother used to suffer with asthma and my younger brother is deaf.
You went to secondary school?
Yes.
And why they spread in the rumor that you never went to school at all?
Yes, the spread in the rumor that I never went to school at all.
But you continue.
I actually went success.
The Prime Minister said, Patrick Manning said, all what you need to be a minister is a level head and common sense. Yes, you continue Heavy Duty.
I went to Success Laventille School. I born in 2nd Caledonia, Cipriani Avenue.
By the way, before you continue, am I the first talk show host on this radio station to interview you?
Talk show host, yes. Because
Lord have mercy. Continue.
But that's my first interview on radio, though.
No. But the first talk show host in this election campaign to interview you.
Yes.
Go ahead. Continue on your bio.
I grew up hard, being my mother's single parent, and where I live in the constituency of Cipriani Avenue, the village of Cipriani Avenue, is a village that one standpipe was supplying the whole entire village.
Okay.
Right?
Up to how long?
Up to till about 2007, 2008. It still had the one standpipe there, but we didn't get water until Pandy introduced water for all, and they came and really on the pipe. But prior to that, we were protesting and begging and campaigning and yes.
Who was the MP at that time for that area?
At that time was Fitzgerald Hanks.
My Lord.
And before him?
Was Kenneth Collis.
And
before him was Mira Donovan McDivision.
Okay, thank you.
Continue, the man know history. Continue, Evie. Continue.
When from a tender age, as far as I could remember, I used to tote water in Julita bottle. From since I 2-3 years old.
Yeah.
And the area is hilly, it's hills. So water couldn't come up the hill to the house and hills. People who were living close to the road may get water.
I know what you're saying because when I used to live Monrepo, you had to come there to get early in the morning.
Yes, 3 o'clock.
Early morning, or 3 o'clock in the morning to tote buckets of water and fill your barrel.
That's right.
I live Monrepo, I know it. Go ahead, Evie.
I can remember me and my mother was in town on Christmas Eve and we were doing grocery shopping and rain started to fall. I would left all the groceries, everything, and run them to catch water. That's how serious it was.
Yes.
We could not, when rain fall, you so glad.
Right.
Because you had barrels and buckets and containers. We used to go quite in the back of Fernandez compound to get them containers when they throw them oil bottle and to get drums, empty barrels and things to water to clean them out and fill them. And everybody in that area used to have real problems for water. The only thing the MP did at that time was Heinz, after begging, he come and he put on some big water tanks. 3 water tanks he put in the street itself for the people on them, because people used to walk from high, like from here from Port Smith to here.
That is all what Fitzgerald did.
And what used to happen, the water truck used to come out to fill them tanks sometimes twice, 3 times for the day. And every day the trucks come in, they start to mash up the road. So the road started to get deplorable, and then cars didn't also want to come up in there. So then we had to get the road fixed. It was real. It was hard.
You understand the feeling
growing up in that constituency, and I used to cry.
Yeah.
Get licks to go and tote water, because sometimes go again, mommy, I had to wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, you're tired.
3 o'clock,
and then you started to go to school after that.
Right.
Sometimes I sleeping in the school.
Okay.
Teacher want to know why you only sleeping in the night. No, because I had to get up early in the morning to tote water. And not only me alone. So when I hear people talking about, you're going on for because you get water, I don't know how hard it is to get water when water's boy.
And the thing about it, Glady, water is life, you know. And I could attest to what he's saying here, because when we were growing up small in Soil Mine Trace Barrier Road, it's the very same thing used to happen to us. We had to get up early in the morning to either full barrel. I could remember putting barrel on Boxcat and going almost 1.5 miles or 2 miles with this barrel on the Boxcat to full water by a standpipe out the road, because the water ain't reaching inside. And I could remember one night, and that is the first time my heart went out from a mother. In that way, coming home with the Boxcat hit a stone and the barrel fell and the water fell. And my mother watched me take that Boxcat and went straight back out the road and fill that barrel. And she stood up there and tears came out her eye, watching how I didn't even bother to complain. I went out and come back to get the water. You understand me? So you find I could understand what Heavy them had to go through.
Yes, and
he live in here. Continue, Heavy.
No, well, that was it. My street. Now, when I get older and I start to work taxi, right? Well, working as a taxi driver, people come in your car every day. Sometimes people live in some places here. You really and truly doesn't want to go because the road's bad.
But you're a man with a big heart. Right? Continue.
And I had my customers. Yeah. So sometimes I pick them up and I go with them. And you say the complaints of the people, they come in the car. So when people come in the taxi, I'll talk to them. And they say, God, we can't get water. We road bad, this, that. And they'll be complaining. And they'll be complaining about the said MP. How did they do nothing? And they will not getting nothing done. And Saturday, election time, we go back and vote for the same MP, you know, including me, you know. We go back and vote for the same thing. It's when I get to understand that this can't be making no sense at all. This is nothing short of madness. Every 5 years we go and vote, and then after that we complain. And the next 5 years we go back and vote the same thing again. You understand? And I say this had to stop. The buck had to stop somewhere.
Of course.
Because I don't see, as a person living in my community and seeing people suffering, you understand? No betterment. My stepfather was a strong PNM activist, and he passed away waiting for prostate cancer operation. It was a simple procedure you have to get before it reached that cancerous stage. And they put you on a waiting list, right? For 2 years. And he died awaiting the operation. And he was a strong activist. What I mean to say, he was a man that used to come to heat and mobilize people and things, you know. So I say, where's your party now when you need this operation? You understand where I'm coming from? And sad to see, he come and pass away. And even people who I know used to say, well, all right, the elders who passed and gone. As somebody told me, when you struggle in life and try to make your children have a better life with education and all these things, right? And they now come and have children, which is your grandchildren. You have to make sure they have a better life for them also. But yet still, when you're struggling, we start to the back of the line, where other people may start to the closer to the front of the finish line. We have to struggle and make sure we put things in place for our children's future. So everybody want to get proper jobs, everybody want to get proper roads, proper infrastructure, you know, employment for the youths and stuff. But yet still nobody's willing to make that change. Nobody's willing to stand up and say, well, here now, enough is enough. Let's make that change. You understand? And I'm in my walkabout talking to the youths. As I said, I went on the Beatam on Sunday in Heliard and walk about in that area. And I must say, the people gravitate towards me. They say, everybody we voting for you. Because usually only politician come down here. They can't remember last to see a politician down there candidate anybody. You understand? Some of them like they're afraid to go there, but I went. And when I see the living conditions of the people there, you understand? I say, nah, boy. Tears almost come to my eyes. I see the children and them.
Stick up in. I went down there in 2003, 2004, 2005. I had peace meetings down inside of Heliard. We invited the then member of parliament, Mr. Fitzgerald Hines, to come down there. Right, those days, Sean Francis, everybody was alive.
Yeah.
And I'm still waiting for him to come. He was a member of parliament at that time for Lavantil East Mover. I am still waiting for him to come while we speaking here.
I had my fair share of encounters.
What make, you see, I want the listening public, I don't want to have too much intervention because I want the public to know more about you. Heavy, what make you decide to put up yourself in this heated election that gives you no thanks at the end of the day?
Well, I had to say, I'm glad you said that, Gladiator.
Yeah, you get no thanks at all. People will insult you, will curse you.
I put my hand
behind all that in mind, what make you put up yourself in this election?
I feel I could affect change in my community. I feel I could try and at least make a difference. Because when I was a talk show host at this radio station, and I talking on behalf of the people in my community and my constituency, people used to call this radio station and chastise me and say, them people up, they want nothing good. Them people, why are you trying to fight up with them people and them boy heavy boy? Them people and them, they like how they live in. You understand? And I don't believe that. I refuse to give up. I refuse to believe that, Gladiator. I refuse to believe that these people don't want nothing at all. And when I walk and I talk with them, hear what I'm telling me. Heavy, we don't want no handouts, you know. We want proper jobs, we want proper employment. If we want 10 days, if we want CPEP, we want to know that we can go and took quick care in the bank and we salary coming every month. It's a lot of go and line up in hot sun to change check. We might get pop and kill you. You understand? We want a proper infrastructure in the area. Mova is one of the most underdeveloped communities. Lavantil is one of the most underdeveloped. When I tell you underdeveloped, Gladiator, you're talking about rubbish and coming up for months. They pack up, you can't see the dustbin.
Do you see any avenue, Heavy? Do you see any avenue open for development infrastructure in Lavantil East Mover? Do you see any avenue or a possibility that, you know, once given the task, you can engage in reorganizing and redeveloping Mover Lavantil East?
Yes, Gladiator. I see it and I have a vision for it. Right?
Can you give the listening audience an idea as to what you have in mind?
No.
For that constituency?
It have a lot of tradesmen, and a lot of business, small business, and not a lot of small business, a lot of trade. It have a lot of youths that went to school and learned the trade. As far as people are trying to make it look like the youths and them in blocking hand, nothing. You talk to them, they finish school. They went and they learn training, they learn mechanic, they learn this, but they're not getting employed because of what's part of living. Let's face it. Nobody don't want to employ nobody from Lavanti or Mova or Noe. So they end up on the block and they turn to crime or they turn to, because at the end of the day, they say to themselves they had to live. Right? And they will take the handouts, I just call it handouts, which is the URP and the CPEP and all these things. Right? But what I'm looking at is an industry. Right? In Mova. Earmark a piece of property, a piece of land that will build like factories that will have like to sew garments to involve the lots of single mothers.
Brilliant idea.
You understand? To have a lot of like mechanic shops and workshops. You understand? With training, not only for them to be employed, but for them to get trained. So if you're a cabinet maker or you're a woodworker, right? But you haven't got the advanced course, you're working, you're getting paid, and you're training at the same time. You understand?
Beautiful.
So instead of you just coming to work, you're learning while you're working. Right? Excellent. If it have the theory, which is the classes, you have a little 2 hours within your work that you have to attend this class in order to learn the thing properly. Right? Within that now, we take people from that, the youth send them from that, and then move them towards
the manufacturing sector.
Not only that, the development where contracts is coming to. Now the party I represent believe that instead of going out and getting big name contractors to do work, use the people and them in the community first to get that work. Right? To get that contract. And then hire the 70% of the people that living in the community instead of bringing in people to work. You understand? Whatever primary school, which is Lower Mova Government School that I went to, 3 years now it break down and it can't rebuild. Right? And one of the reasons why the fellas in the area and then protested and they say they should not be played because they don't want nobody working is because they bring a contractor to work down and they want to hire nobody from the community. Right? They just wanted to come and build a school and the fellas in the community decide we want work too. Right? So they shoot up the thing. I'm not giving that right, Gladiator. Yeah. It is wrong. But if we implement something that will give the fellas and them a little chance or opportunity to work on the school, you understand, that we wouldn't have no problem. Now 3 years the school, no Lower Mova Government School closed the train going to school in our church. Right? Nobody seen it fit to get this project back on track. Right? I want to know what's going on with the people and them who have to vote in that school election because that is our polling station.
Now, Evie, I want you to win that seat, and this is why I have decided to interview you. Unlike other talk show hosts on this radio station and other radio stations who have bluntly refused to have an interview with you, I have chosen to do that because I am the kind of bold-faced kind of person, especially when I see people that have that kind of grassroots thinking for their fellow men and fellow women in a given constituency.
That's right.
Now, having one of the critical area that would be raised in the minds of people, how will heavy duty address the issue of crime in Laventille East Mova? Please explain to the listening public.
No.
We have about 17 more minutes to go.
First thing to address crime, you have to say what is cause crime. Right? I'm going to tell you what is the whole, how to put it, the thing that is fuel the fire.
Yeah.
You need gas in order to cook. So if you remove the gas, you won't have no fire. If gas done, you can't cook your food. So let me explain you. The main thing that was creating the crime is the URP and the contract for CPEP and the contract for this work and the contract for that work. The people that get the contracts, right? Other gang members want that contract. So for this contract, if a wall, a retaining wall at a bill or a drain at a bill or a box drain where I have to build in the community, the men and them from up the road find they should have get it, and the men on the other side find they should have get it, and it will infuse our war. This is what caused the violence and the killing. We don't have a problem where we say we have thieving and all these things. You know, the problem is the gang warfare, right? This side war and against that side.
And what
you eliminate
yeah
the contract syndrome. They eliminate the URP, you eliminate the CPEP. Right? A guy came to me the other day and asked me, "Heavy, when I go vote for you, but I give me 10 days, you gotta give me two gang to run." I said, "But I wouldn't give you 2 gang to run for them to kill you for it. You understand? I want you to get a job so you could see about your family. You understand? And I know you're willing to work." And when I explained to him that if I give you a job, you wouldn't be able to ask him, "What children you have?" He said, "You have 2 children." I said, "They want to see your 2 children live to reach big, and they want to live to see your children and them go to school and get grandchildren." He said, "Yes." I said, "So why would give you 10 days? Gang." You understand? You need a sustainable employment. If you alleviate that mentality and get the youths and them to get sustainable jobs, as I said before, right, that will eventually alleviate the crime problem. You understand? So if a guy know that, boy, I get in a salary, not a stipend, I get in a sustainable job whereby I can mind my family, right? Most youths, when I ask them and you go and talk to them, like many corporation, they dream is a work corporation. You know why? I ask you, why you want to work corporation? But they always getting good money. If it's a $500 a fortnight, I can mind my family. You know, if you like $800, people can mind my family. That would just be saying they work corporation work and they feel proud to know you get a youth corporation work, you come off the road. He'll go and work every morning 6 o'clock and get up and go and cut the bush and do what we have to do to make sure you get a corporation because it have benefits. It have health insurance, NIS, you pay everything. Everything. You can go in the bank if you pro, you can get a loan. You understand? You can't get a loan with URP. And this is where they want something sustainable, not no fly by night. This year they cut the work and next year I can get work for 2 years and then when they come back
heavy. I have confidence that you will be the next elected member of parliament for Laventille East Mova. I have that confidence because I like to think positive. Now, question, your mobilization drive. How is your mobilization drive taking place currently?
All right.
Have you held public platform meetings in the area? What have you been doing on the question of mobilization?
Since I got the call, right? I held one meeting on Saturday.
Saturday gone.
Saturday gone. I had a cottage meeting by my office. Just like to let everybody, my office at the corner of Juman's Corner on the Lady Young Road, right upstairs, Joe One Stop. The problem with the mobilization was I got the call only last week Monday I got wanted the nomination papers.
Right.
I didn't know I would have been chosen because I know I'm not a politician.
Right. No, you're a community activist.
Yes, I'm not a politician.
And it's a divine calling.
That's right.
It's a divine calling.
And when I was chosen, I guess
sadly I don't know how they then select Kingsley for Port of Prince or the yap. And he never gets selected. But anyway, I will deal with Kingsley some other time. You continue.
Right? And when people saw that I was going up as a candidate, a lot of us, I still didn't get my paraphernalia and thing out yet, like my posters and my banners and all of them things yet. I have to go and collect them this week here. But when my walkabout, when people realize it's me,
yes,
they say, Heavy, is you? Well, look, I go and vote for you, right? Because they know me, right? And I still don't get the word out here to the wider constituents. I still my walkabouts. I haven't walking in a Coconut Drive and Monipo and these places yet. I intend to do that from tomorrow, this week here, leading up.
Very nice.
All are walking and meeting the people. But so far, the places that I went, I wanted to go to the most depressed areas first. Right? And hear what these people are saying. Right? And then I would go to the rest of the constituency and hear what they say. But so far, Gladiator, everybody I meet, right? Even people who had the PNM sticker in the house and saying, and when they realize it's me, they say, nah, we know you too much. We know you's a man go work for the
You are well known.
That's right.
You are well known.
Yeah.
Now, one of my main concern for you, Heavy Duty, and let me just tell our listeners, we want the supporters of Heavy Duty to call him. Understand? Not people, who want to just, give the man a bad vibes or what have you. Because this man is a grassroots. He needs the push. He needs the encouragement. All right. So the lines are open. We are interviewing Heavy Duty, who is a radio disc jockey, and the lines, the numbers are 622-9154, 628-1158. 718-874-3860. Before I go to the lines, your election day machinery.
Yes.
Because what you and I want you, Heavy, give people a number because people are getting in contact with you.
Yes.
Give them your address because after you talk, I'm going to go to the lines.
All right. Well, you can call me at 367-7262. Don't call me now, please, because I'm on radio. Call me after the show. You can call me. You can check my office. You can check my office. If I'm not there, they'll always have somebody there. On the evening times, I do my walk about. The office is at Lady Young Road, right? The corner of Juman's corner. That's the same corner with Church on the Rock. Right upstairs, Joe One Stop. You will see all the ILP paraphernalia on the outside. So you can check me upstairs there any day.
Okay, and just repeat that number again.
367-7262.
Good afternoon to our first caller to Heavy Duty. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, caller. Good afternoon, warrior.
Yes, Gladys.
Yes.
I want to support everything and tell him good luck.
Thanks.
It's a hard fight. Gladys?
Yes, warrior.
Right. I need to move it from the TV and thing now making noise. I'm going to fight in the toilet.
Yeah.
Yes. Heavy, good day, darling.
Good day, warrior. How are you going?
Oh, God, after God, I good, darling. And Heavy, you talk like a boss. But watch me. You remind me when I went up to the NAR because we had collided with the UNC for the local election in 2003 now. And it was a hard fight. And plenty people said they would vote, but when the time comes, they so love the PNM. But that is not too heavy. Even though you get 50 votes, 60, 300, 500, you win the seat, whatever, you know you have a start, a fan base to start with. Gladys, I like how you're interviewing Heavy to show that you're balanced. You understand me? He's ILP. That you're balanced, Gladys. Good program, keep it up, Heavy. Good luck and go with God.
Thank you. Heavy Duty is a genuine person, and that's why I'm interviewing him.
Yes, Gladiator, good afternoon to you.
Yes.
Heavy, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Darling.
All right, Fascist Street.
Again, you know, I wish you all the best of good luck. Don't mind I just miss my calls and them, but you know, what God put me, that I have to call you. Good support from me and the others. When God fight our fights, you know, some for you and some for others, but with my wishes, God bless you and give you the best of it.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, Gladiator, and Heavy Duty, and Barry.
Yes.
Yeah, no?
Yeah, caller.
Yeah, Heavy, this is Mondays here, boy.
Hey, Mondays, what's up, my brother?
I did, Heavy, boy. I hear you're making a little fight there, but it's a hard fight, but Heavy, watch me. And after this fight, you're going to know who is your friend, Heavy. You're going to know who is your friend. I look on the side of here, listen to you, Heavy. The day when you call and you say, when the woman call and say the snake in the bedroom and she blind.
Yeah.
If you leave.
That won't touch me. That caller, that won't touch me, because I was listening to the program. Go ahead, caller.
I was listening to Heavy.
Yeah.
And when I hear Heavy went and kill that snake for that lady, you know, I say Heavy is a down-to-earth man, and people must understand it.
Yes.
A down-to-earth person is a down-to-earth person. You understand, Gladiator?
Yes.
Yeah, and you know, cussing people, and I hear people cussing Gladiator and things. Gladiator, them ready for you, Gladiator. Boy, the person that cussing you, Gladiator, what them drive it? What them have, boy, Gladiator, boy?
I don't make that a story at all.
I just wonder out here, you know. You know a person where have nothing, Gladiator, go call, they call you and cuss you?
Okay, caller. Thank you. Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, Gladiator. Good afternoon.
Hey, Tunapuna.
Good afternoon, mother. Good afternoon, mother. What's up?
I hear Barry alongside me.
Barry?
No,
Barry stepped out.
He just stepped out. He just stepped out.
Gladiator, Mondays, you don't fail to realize 5 years ago, Mondays, they must cussing you. So if other people cussing, we are cussed up, we ain't cussed. But people talking about his gun is duck and water does run off the back. Well, me know what they call you because water don't say there you at all. Anyway, Gladiator, I thank God for what you're doing for Heavy today. He deserves it. We know you're not on our team, but you as a man, don't care how bad we behave, you just stand up for you in a timing.
Yeah.
When the call is necessary, you comes in and you answer the call. And like you, Heavy, like you, Gladys, I followed Heavy a long time. And Heavy friends was not my friends at one time. And I still was together. And I live today to see the friends that he had. They tried to cut it short now because they jealous him. But Heavy, let me tell you something, son. Many are called, few are chosen. And among the chosen ones, there are some selected ones. And you are a selected child of God. You understand? You be humble, and you will lead the way. A child shall lead the way. You mustn't be a big intellectual like the others. But you know, blessed are the poor in heart. You understand? And that blessings I given to you today. With my prayer, your prayer, and the prayer of the people who need you, God will answer your prayer. Have a blessed day. We should all the luck. And big up to my ILP leader, Jack Osuwana, and my ILP family. Now you take a chance.
Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, Mr. Gladiator.
Good afternoon to you.
Mr. Fitzdavid Samuel.
Good afternoon as well, man.
To call Heavy Duty. I want to say, Heavy, I support you. You know that.
Yes.
And because you're a man on the ground, just an ordinary person with a big heart.
Yes, that's what it is.
What we need.
Oh, I mean, Miss Bellman, how can I not interview a man, you know, who have the same experience like me as a grassroots?
Party like Heavy is the man. I would say, you know, Heavy does go through, you know, he has been in the trenches. And I want to say, you don't need you just need good common sense and know what to do. I want to wish you the best. I want to say, thank God that Mr. Warner gave you that chance.
Yes, I want to say thanks.
From then on, whether win or lose, you know you're going to be for the people.
That's right.
Okay, all the best, Heavy.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
And this next one up to now, you ain't calling as yet, you know, Kingsley.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. That gentleman you have there, I can surely say he's not a big belly donkey in a horse race. He's real, he's a horse. Think about that. Caller from Palestine.
All right, caller. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, caller.
Gladiator, this is Jamal Shabazz here.
Yeah, Jamal Shabazz.
Back in the country, I know you're heavy going up. Heavy, we have to come and ride with you. Even if it's the
this Jamal Shabazz.
Put up a frog. Because it's all been life with mother and father.
Yes.
Everybody we give. And we don't have no facilities. We don't have a blasted ground. We don't have nothing. So Heavy, I'm contacting you right after.
Yes.
I'm going village to village.
Yes.
You have all the resources, everything.
Thank you.
Everything, baby, we're going big.
All right, brother. Thank you very much.
That's a TCP and I'm that just we people.
That's right.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, man,
Heavy, give out your number again. Give out your number again.
The number to call 367-7262. That's 367-7262. You can call me at that number, but call me after the show, right? And we could talk. And this evening I have a meeting to go to for 7 p.m. So if you want to come, you can just check me at the office. I'll organize the maxis and thing for you to go up in St. Joseph. We have a St. Joseph meeting this evening.
Up to now, Kingsley ain't calling. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Gladiator.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Heavy, my darling.
What's up?
Heavy, this is Miss Lawrence. I'm Coconut driving.
Yes, Miss Lawrence.
Oh, God, Heavy, I'm glad for you.
Thank you very much, Miss Lawrence.
Heavy, I have my support.
Yes.
What's me, Heavy? I know that really ILP as a UNC, but you have my support, Heavy.
Yes, he's a grassroots. He's a grassroots.
Yeah, and he from Mova.
Yes.
He from Mova. I born and grown Mova, Heavy.
Yes, I know that, Miss Lawrence. I met you. Remember, I met you at time.
Right?
Yes, before I wasn't this year.
All the best, Heavy, all the best.
All right, Miss Lawrence.
You deserve it. You deserve it, darling.
Yes.
Thank you. Good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, good day.
Yes.
Yeah, we fed up by any crap when everybody's get tired. They're putting anybody, you ain't putting representation we want. Just see man like Heavy is from the grassroots, so Heavy know what the people need and what they want. And I hope people in Mobile, Lavanti East notice they put a grassroots, they put a man who will taxi, who drive all through Mobile, so he go know the people need and the wants, and they ain't taking nobody from no other community and put them to represent you because they know it's a safe seat. Time for that to stop. Young people have to come out and notice We have to show them that it's no longer no stronghold. We want representation. Heavy, have a nice day.
Thank you. But Heavy, you have a lot of supporters. Yes. Good afternoon, caller.
Daddy.
Yes.
Sorry for calling back, but when I heard Mrs. Lawrence, I must call to tell her hello. That is a lovely lady. She loves the youth. She helps so nice. The footballer mother. Good evening, my honey sugar plum. Yes. She said she's UNC, but Heavy have a blessing.
Yes.
Yes, well, hallelujah. All right.
Thank you, Warrior Princess. Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, Heavy. I'm Douglas from over here.
Hey, Douglas, what's up, my brother?
What is this scene? Is the whole ball-pulling party?
I know, Douglas, pass it up for me now.
And I was going to vote for the UNC, but I think the NJAC candidate, a woman.
Yes.
I know you a long time. You have my vote. My family's about 12 votes to be shown good vote, and you have all their support.
Douglas, I want you to come and check me by the office. Check me by the office now, Douglas, right?
I will check it.
When you pass in, don't make a trip, just pass in and check me.
All right, okay.
Right?
Thank you. Just mention your number and where people can find you, have you?
Right, my number is 367-7262. You can get me at my office from Monday to Sunday. I'll be there right through every day.
Where the office is again?
Lady Young Road, right upstairs, Joe One Up, Juman's Corner. Right? That's the second corner coming up Lady Young Road on the right hand side. It's Juman's Corner. Right? You'll see the ILP paraphernalia on the fence. Just come in, drive in there, and we're gonna meet me right there.
Now, Heavy, we have to go to the sports news. So your final comment to you and like you're pleading to all the voters in Laventille this move on.
I want to thank the people of Cipriani Avenue, Second Caledonia, where I born and grew, everybody there who supported me. I want to thank you very much for giving me that support and that love. And I also want to thank everybody that's helped me. Can't call everybody name, helping me on my campaign, right? Also, I want to ask everybody of the constituency of Laventille Mover to come out and vote for action, vote for performance, vote for proper representation. It's high time we make a change in Mover and for betterment for your children's future. Vote for me on September the 7th, Fitzdavid Samuel, ILP. Vote for Heavy Duty. Thank you very much, Gladiator. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you very much.
Monday, 7 September.
14 minutes after the hour of 1 o'clock. Now, I do not know how I'm going to deal with these two editorial. I want to deal with the bullfistness of that former president of the Senate. But most importantly, I wish to deal with, firstly, the malicious allegations against Dr. Tim Gopi Singh. Now, when you are in public life, all types of allegations would be levied against you. But when they are frivolous and vexatious, you treat it and deem it to be malicious. The Minister of Education, Dr. Tim Gopi Singh, have been maliciously accused of a check being paid to his son he has been accused of paying his son $980,000. But what is so sad is that the author of the allegation and the perpetrators of the allegation lacks credibility. There is a politician going all over the place claiming that he has bombshell after bombshell, but that same politician was deemed by the High Courts of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago of lacking credibility. That politician is a stranger to the truth, but he decides to go to bed with the PNM party. To engage in treachery and to fabricate misinformation and disseminate it to the gullible ones. Dr. Tim Gopi Singh, a man who I've known for many a year. I've known him. Is one of the most approachable politicians you could speak of. Among other politicians that I know. I received a press release from the goodly doctor, and I wish to read it to the listening public, and I received a copy of the fraudulent check claiming to be a check issued by Dr. Tim Gopi Singh. You see, when they're trying to fabricate and engage in malicious attacks in an attempt to destroy people's credibility, Barry Garcia, they just bounce their head. Because they feel they're doing something, but you see, you're not dealing with stupid people all of the time. And any fraudulent act or malicious act can be made out very, very early. According to the press release, Dr. Tim Gopi Singh has instructed his attorneys to take legal and police action against the perpetrators of a vile fabrication purporting to be a check from Asa of a sum given to his son. You hear the name of the check come from Barry Garcia?
Yeah.
Asa?
Yeah.
And everybody knows Asa is a company that deals with computers.
Yes.
Right? The check is blatant fraudulent document, is a blatant fraudulent document fabricated by the Minister of Education's political enemies for illegal and mischievous purposes. So they fabricate an Asus check. Asus is a company that produces laptops. And they fabricate a document and they put it out in the public and say, this check was paid to Dr. Tim Gopi Singh's son as a form of a kickback and all them kind of stupid talk. That is just already the extent that it will go. But I have a copy of the check. I have a copy of the check and I'm going to read out the check. That is the kind of mischief that the PNM have decided to go into. And a politician who have been deemed by the High Court of having no credibility.
So the High Court call him a liar?
A liar. A fabricator of truths. He makes up lies as he goes along. He swears to affidavit. He's a scumbag. But let me continue. The check, the alleged check, is a blatant fraudulent document fabricated by the Minister of Education's political enemies for illegal and mischievous purposes. These are the facts about the check. Minister Tim Gopi Singh has no son by the name of Shane Gopi Singh. Minister Tim Gopi Singh's son's name is Shane Aliong, as he has been reported in the local media. So you see how nasty and dangerous this man is?
So they get exposed again?
They get exposed again. This politician who goes about the place and say, tonight I'm an ex-bacchanal, on the platform. Understand? He goes about the place making up lies after lies, trying to destroy people's character. All because his character
is tainted.
Is tainted and have been completed, totally finished with. No wonder why he's not getting the kind of response he was getting early on, because people have deemed him to be like the boy who cried wolf. And when he cried wolf, the people came out in the earlys until they get fed up that they no longer wish to hear him anymore. Because when matters go before the court, he loses the matters because the court expose him to be a person that lies and lacks credibility.
Extremely unfaithful to the truth.
Yes. According to Dr. Tim Gopi Singh's exposing the fraudulent and malicious attacks against him, below the check, there's a note clearly indicating that 2 signatures are required over 1,000. Now, you know some of those checks. Anybody who deals with business, Barry, you might have come across some checks for the sake of security. If a check is going to be issued and the check is going to be over 1,000, some checks, if it's over 10,000, it requires 2 signatures. So then you go to a bank, and if you're making on a manager's check, and the manager's check is over a certain figure, or over a certain amount, it requires 2 signatures, not just 1 signature from the bank manager. So at least you understand what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Certain checks require 1 signature, but once it's over a certain amount, it requires 2 signatures. So how can a check valued
almost $1 million,
almost $1 million,
have 1 signature?
Have 1 signature, and I go show you the check. Because I like to deal with facts. Because when I got this message here, I said send all the documents to me. So here it is. They put the name Shane Gopi Singh on the check because the foolish, dotish, ignorant politician who always have a bomb to drop, a bombshell to drop, a bacchanal to drop, who engages in lies after lies, want to destroy Dr. Tim Gopi Singh and saying that his son Shane Gopi Singh, and you know this dude, they're so foolish, Barry. They put the name Shane Gopi Singh on the check. That means they're looking for a name, and they say, boy, all sure your name is Shane Gopi, and they say, yes, your name is Shane Gopi Singh, because his son must carry the last name, the surname, Shane Gopi Singh, and that is where they bongs their head. Below the check, there's a note clearly indicating that 2 signatures are required over $1,000. The amount suggested in the check is $980,000, Barry. The check seems to be tampered, as it could be observed that the font, that is, the lettering, used to state the amount in letters to be paid is larger than the font used to state the payee names. Additionally, a white box can be observed underneath the amount in letters to be paid. A bigger size font is also used to indicate the date and the amount in numbers. 3 different font sizes. This shows inconsistency, which is not a corporate practice. In other words, if it is a corporate check, you don't have different fonts.
No.
You have the same font.
You have one check machine printing all the checks.
Printing all the checks.
And you just put in the relevant figures to...
No, you see, no. It's how people, it's how dangerous how people, the extent people can go to scar and damage your reputation. And I just said, what happened to many other persons,
Yeah.
Where they go to the extreme to destroy people's character. But you see what happens, that they are prepared to pay the price before the High Court. You understand? And it's for this reason the High Court have deemed them to be lacking credibility. And everybody told people yesterday, but I don't know if you recall, I said a person swearing to an affidavit doesn't make that whatever they say in that affidavit is gospel truth. What they're looking for is hoping that people accept it as credible and as truth, and they go along with it and be so gullible and spreading rumors all over the place. But I'm happy that Dr. Tim Gopising was able to quickly respond to this malicious attack against his character.
Unlike how Rowley can't respond to Anika Gums.
No, but he say he can't pay and he can't respond at all.
Yeah.
The press release continues. It calls attention that details of the receipt have been blocked with the intention of not allowing members of the public to contact the company and verify the authenticity of the check. So you cannot determine whether the check is authentic because details of the check have been blocked. So the authenticity of the check, you cannot determine at all. That is showing the level. But you see what happened? They're playing for the mob outside there, Barry, and hoping that the mob is going to accept it. I am so happy that they forwarded this document to me. Further, this check shows no proof of being in cash, nor endorsed, nor deposited. It has no bank stamp nowhere. So the check does not have any bank stamp to say, well, it was deposited, Barry. There's no endorsement. There's nothing on the check. But then again, when you issue these things to the illiterate, Barry, when you issue these kind of things to the illiterate, they call on radio station, oh God, all I hear the letters, Tim Gopising received this and he received that. And they accept it as gospel. Like how I hear some illiterate, uninformed people on a program, on a radio station saying that Ken Gordon resigned from the Integrity Commission when he was called upon to resign, which he never do.
No.
But I'm coming back to that just now. I'm dealing with Dr. Tim Gopising right now. This man have served, Dr. Tim Gopising have served this country. But you know, a person who claims to be a man of truth, who claims to be a man of integrity, only to find out that he's a man lacking credibility, involved in all types of fraud and corruption. All of a sudden, he becomes the angel of integrity and the archangel of honesty and truth. No wonder why the court have ruled against him and call upon him to pay damages and costs. I'll come in just now. Let me continue on this document here. You see, the watchman, Dr. Tim Gopising, and they want to destroy his character.
But they feel simple.
Yes, but they're not so at all, because Tim Gopi Singh is not no easy person to come along with at all. Additionally, well, let me kind of read that part already. This appears to be a serious implication of fraud involving both the minister and especially a reputable international US-Canada-based company. So the matter has been forwarded to the police for a criminal probe, as well as a civil lawsuit is to be filed against the original disseminator of the false malicious lies. So here it is here. The man who like to drop bombshell. Fifteen minutes going up to the hour of 2 o'clock. And Barry, I have just received breaking news here concerning that fabricated check. Why people doesn't know what they're doing, you know. Barry, I tell you, Tim Gopi Singh is not an easy walkover, you know.
No, Gladi.
He's not an easy walkover.
Gladi, I wonder if people know he was one Trinidad top fast bowler at one time.
All right. Let me just read out the breaking news here, people. Because as the topic continues, you know, I'm only getting all the messages coming into me here because I think they have gone too far now with this malicious attack against Tim Gopi Singh. But let me read it out here. The malicious check is a major P&M conspiracy. Plus, lawyers have already sent legal letters to Jack Warner.
Beautiful.
Nalini Dial.
I'll tell you about her in a while.
And Ashton Ramsunda. They should receive them by this evening. The police will be asked to investigate. Ashton Ramsunda is a former Ministry of Education employee who simply turned against the minister despite the minister's kindness and employing him when he was unemployable. Also, the Ministry of Education is releasing a statement on the matter. Breaking news, citizens of the...
You know where I first saw that check, Daddy?
Yeah.
And I didn't respond to it or say anything, but I know it was coming back to him on Nalini Dial's Facebook page.
Well, right now, people are pulling it down.
She is the one that posted it up. And there's a thing called, a page called Kamla and Broken Promises.
Yeah.
A P&M page.
Yeah.
Which brings out some good stories and good articulation at times. It was on that page also, because they was making reference it coming from Nalini Dial. Okay, it wasn't saying that it's dating, they was making reference it. And the comments thereafter, I was tempted to comment on it. But I said, let me hold my hand and hold my comments for the while to see if Tim Gopi Singh would respond to it before I make any comments. And as I'm happy to know that Tim has now responded in that way. So all of them who was jumping up for joy and making comments now will have to eat crow.
And I have a copy of the check. I will show the check just now.
Yeah, but they'll have to eat crow. And
No. This brings to mind Barry Garcia. The email gate. You see, I am more convinced, I'm telling you. I am absolutely convinced. And you see, there are the people who saying they want whistleblowers. I am absolutely convinced that the emails were fabricated. Those emails that Dr. Rowley used in Parliament that damaged the reputation of reputable persons, destroyed their reputation, their character. When he brought those emails to Parliament and he read all those emails and he used those emails as in an attempt to destroy the Kamla Prasad Bises's regime or government. Here we see now
similar behaviors,
but easier to expose.
Yes.
No wonder why the emails were filled with many errors, because in their mischief, they partake of the cup of errors. You see, when you're fabricating things, Barry, there must be some time in that fabrication. You're going to make some errors, Barry. You will make some errors. No wonder why the email, Google International have discredited all the emails. And it's for this reason the Integrity Commission said, nah, this thing going too far, because you'll give us something. And then you have Faris Alwari, an attorney at law, saying, well, if there is no form, the substance is here.
Yeah, you must look at the content.
And this big man, former High Court judge, Sebastian Venter,
drink that cup of tea.
He drank that cup of tea.
Yeah.
He drank the poison of the PNM propaganda, my party propaganda. Now they come after Tim Gopi Singh with his fraudulent check from ASA, an international reputable company. But you know, when you engage in fraud, the police coming for you. So, Austin Jack Warner is to receive a pre-action protocol letter. Nanili Dayal, she's also going to receive a pre-action protocol letter.
Well, I'm not sorry for her, you know.
And Ashton Ramdusa,
I'm not sorry for her, because she's a woman that had, even though you disagree with Marlene Coudray when she was the mayor of San Fernando,
yeah,
she may have done some things because you are an animal activist,
yeah,
and you are passionate about animals. But to make reference that it's good for her when her daughter was murdered, brutally murdered in Jamaica, I think that was a sad state of affairs. That tells you the level of stupidity of that individual.
Barry, watch at the amount of this check and watch the fraudulent signature, but read underneath the fraudulent signature. These people trap themselves, you know.
2 signatures are required for over $1,000.
And what figure you see above the signature?
$980,000. Just 20,000 short of 1 million.
And what name you see on that fraudulent check?
It is showing the name of Shane Gopi Singh.
Now you see how foolish these people are?
Halifax, NSUS1. To pay to the order Shane Gopi Singh, ASA Service Corporation, 1394 Egbert Road, Temple, TX 76503, Citibank NA number 2198 Quibby Road, San Jose.
You have time to waste and go continue reading that?
I'm reading it because I'm reading it so the people could understand the amount of filth on this piece of document.
Now,
looking at the check.
For the sake of the listening public, I have 2 High Court judgment. 2. Faik Mohammed versus Austin Jack Warner. Anand Ram Logan versus Austin Jack Warner. Barry, in those 2 judgments, the High Court judge have deemed Jack Warner of lacking credibility. Now that is a public document and is open for the public. Anybody can go to the High Court and get a copy of those documents. And that is a judgment.
Gladiator.
Barry, if I start to read
Gladiator.
I get a next message?
No, I discover something at the ending of the bottom lines where the money is supposed to be printed on the signature.
Yeah.
Why would it mark MP?
You see the nonsense?
Why would it mark MP?
You see the nonsense?
So this comes from some...
And I want to do the block off. What's on top? The block off the address.
But if you look at the coloration of the check, you will see
yes.
this is a Trinidad and Tobago government check.
No, that is ASA.
I don't believe it's Acer. I'm watching it.
Acer is a company, Barry, that produce laptops.
Yeah, but you're not listening to what I'm saying.
And what happens is the ministry have been issuing laptops to students. So what this check is trying to allege is that Dr. Tim Gopising got a kickback from Acer.
But why would it mark MP to the bottom?
What I'm telling them, the people and them in fabricating the document, they made fundamental errors. And that is going to be used against the perpetrators of that. You see what happened? They're trying to tarnish the image of reputable persons. And in so doing, I'm saying, look who they're trying that with.
But I would want to say, a liar has no memory. No, watch the bottom of the check later, and you'll see some fundamental inconsistencies with that check.
Because I told Doctor, I said, Gopising, send a copy. I want to see, because I like to deal with facts. I like to have black and white. You understand? Shame Gopising. You see how dangerous these people are? And the font.
All the fonts different.
And people, when I use the word font, I'm speaking about the lettering. The lettering are totally different. You see, desperation, acts of desperation, just to get into power.
This reminds me of what went on with Patrick Manning in 2009 and 2010 and 2008 and 2010.
Yeah.
This reminds me of the same people who were behind demonizing Kamla Prasad-Bissessar is the very said people who were behind, together with Keith Rowley, demonizing Patrick Manning.
Yeah.
And I say that without any fear of being contradicted or any fear of criticism. It is the same set of individuals who are now in the act of demonizing Kamla Prasad-Bissessar. It is the same set of individuals who were involved in the act of demonizing Patrick Manning and make him a hated person in Trinidad and Tobago.
If push come to shove, no, I did remember I told people I no longer wish to discuss Jack Warner, because as far as I'm concerned, I feel that he has been completed.
Yeah, he's politically expired.
Yeah, expired, completed. He's of no value, and he has nothing to offer to the national community. Understand? But you see, Sunshine is a family on this radio station, and that's why I choose not to
have no discussions with
them. Because Sunshine, those guys, and you know, they are family on this radio station, and this is why I choose not. Because if I start to release the information, I mean, when I read that judgment, I felt embarrassed to know that I have known Jack Warner for all my years, going all the way back to Power 102. And then, you know, when you go into the email gate, you see clearly that the ultimate purpose of email gate was to bring down the government. And one would have expected a man like the bareback leader. Yes, the bareback leader. I don't care who vexed with me about that. The bareback leader, so reckless, brought the document to Parliament, held secret meeting with Ken Gordon, and I listened to some foolish people calling in on the program with Aisha Wells, TC, and Ali. I forget his first name. And they are so misinformed. They are calling on the chairman of the Integrity Commission to resign, all because of this man who was at a banker for the Senate, Michael J. Williams, who was appointed Senate President in 1987.
And made a mess of the senator.
Made a mess of himself.
Made a mess of himself in the senator.
All of a sudden, he's speaking on behalf of everybody. Let me tell you this, Michael J. Williams. You don't speak on my behalf. Oh, the public have lost confidence in Zainul Hussain. Let me tell you something.
On what grounds?
Let me tell you something, Barry. I used to go to the High Court over the years. I loved it. It was my hobby of going to the High Court to listen to cases, criminal case, civil case. And I have earned a great amount of respect for people like Zainul Hussain, Appeal Court Judge Peter Jameda, Ivor Archie. Well, I enjoyed Ivor Archie.
Ralston Nelson. Even the Labastide.
Yes, Michael the Labastide.
And to some extent, this next one too. Christopher Hamill Smith.
Yes.
Brilliant minds on those bench. And Justice Lionel Jones.
Yes, and this man, Kangaloo. Wendell Kangaloo.
May so rest in peace.
And also Mendonca.
Alan Mendonca.
Hey, you know the name.
But you'll forget we used to be in Texas and down together?
Yes, Alan Mendonca. And this Humphrey guy, Stallmeyer.
Yeah. Justice Stallmeyer. And there was another appeal court judge, a female, Paula May Weeks.
Well, myself and she clashed.
Paula May Weeks. But you know what was, Gladdy, you know where I learned a lot.
Another one who I have a great amount of respect for, this current man here, Vasquez Corcoran.
Yeah,
I have a great amount of respect for that man. You understand? You see, the thing about it is that when Michael J. Williams could just come out just so, all because he want to get a job. In the event PNM formed the government, he want to be Senate president because this man, ever since he had demitted office as president of the Senate, he wants to go back there. And he writes letter to the editor. You see, a lot of people doesn't know that he writes letter to the editor. But the experts looking for a story, they give him prominence.
But wait, this Michael J. Williams is not the brother of Ronnie Williams.
Ronnie Williams,
who was the Minister of State Enterprise on
PNM,
Ronnie Williams.
I know them. Barry, we know them because we know them a long time. PNM family. But he playing independent. Look. Precious, come here before I take over. She shift here. This evening. This evening.
Join us at 6 p.m.
Yeah, this evening. I tell us, Tim Gopison, sue them.
Gladdy, look Precious next to you. You have to behave yourself. She's a beautiful woman.
Look
at that smile.